Hi guys, this is Tiffany. I just wanted to pop in really quickly and share with you guys how I'm going to remove some of the ink stains from the microfiber that's found inside of the Louis Vuitton Galliera. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Galliera. Galliera, I think it's pronounced. But anyway, as you can see, it is pretty much covered with ink stains. I purchased this pre-loved for a very good price. Probably a third of the price that it will be selling for today. It's the GM size Galliera, and the reason why it was sold so cheaply is obviously it is heavily, this is water from where I was cleaning out another stain using my foaming soap method. But for this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I remove ink stains from microfiber. I have another Louis Vuitton handbag that has microfiber in it. It's called a Hudson. It's a Marc Jacobs inspired bag. It has the buckle flaps on the front. That's how I pretty much discovered this method. And basically what I'm going to do is take this white cloth. I use this to clean my handbags and things of that nature because I don't want to use anything that has any color that may transfer. So I'm gonna, I took the lining out, opened it up, and I'm just going to find a spot that I'm gonna focus on. And this is what I'm using. This is basically hand sanitizer. It is, let me see if I can pull this down. Trying to figure out what % alcohol it is. I will link that down below if I can't get this open with one hand. But as you can see, it's basically hand sanitizer, and this is the kind that's used in the hospital to scrub your hands when you're going into different areas. So I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to take it and put, I'll show you the amount that I'm going to put on there. This is how much is on there. I'm going to take it and focus on that area right there, and I'm going to scrub it. Just back and forth, kind of gently. As you can see, the ink stain is starting to come off, and I'm going to dab it again. Be careful not to drop the hand sanitizer onto your bag, because you know if it gets on the vachetta, it won't come off. So I'm just going back and forth with my hand, and so that stain that was there is coming out. I'll just press down a little bit more, and as you see, there's a stain right next to it, so I'm going to focus on those two right now. And hand sanitizer dries really fast right here. Just going back and forth with the hand sanitizer. As you can see, it is coming clean there. So now that I have both of those spots kind of saturated, I'll just add a little bit more hand sanitizer. And it doesn't have to be 100% clean for me. I just want it to look, you know, refreshed and not so heavily stained. I know that in my last video where I cleaned the vachetta leather, I did not post the video of that, but I will be hopefully doing that. A lot of the times I make videos, and it's because I'm frustrated with something and I just start trying stuff and I talk about it afterwards. But this time I wanted to be sure that I at least got some footage of me doing this on my bag to show you guys, because I get a lot of questions about how. I'm just going over the hand sanitizer because it's still in there, and I just kind of want it to be, you know, a little bit more dry. But as you can see, those two stains that were right here are pretty much disappeared. I feel like if I focused on it a little bit more, that they would be completely gone. Here's another area down here that I can focus on now. That's the area that I'm focusing on. Rubbing back and forth with the hand sanitizer. And I will link in the description box what the ingredients are, because I didn't know that I was going to have to use both hands to open that hand sanitizer up. So as you can see, it's already starting to lighten in that area. Just taking it, turning it upside down. Back to that area. And here's the other area where it still hasn't dried all the way, but now I'm moving on and I'm going to focus on, let's see, this spot right here, which looks to be look like blue ink. It's pretty much blue ink, I suppose. And I'm just rubbing back and forth again with the hand sanitizer. Just back and forth. I'm not doing anything special. Let me pull that over. Right there. And as you can see, I have my work cut out for me. And that's usually when I get in frustrated mode. I'm a little bit more adventurous and willing to take a few risks. So that's usually when I start doing stuff like this, because if I'm not frustrated with anything, I just will leave it alone. Like this area, I'm not sure if this is ink, so I'm kind of worried that could, because that looks different from this. I'm worried that may spread. So I'm just going to focus on the part that I think it looks like ink a little bit more. I'm actually using quite a bit more on this spot because, as you saw, it was pretty dark. So that's starting to lighten. Yeah, I have my work cut out for me. The person who owned this bag probably didn't have a purse organizer or something like that they could store their pens in it. That's one of my biggest things that I try to remember when I carry these bags, is that I try to have my pens inside another container or some type of something that I don't really care that much about, because this stuff is inevitable. As you can see, all of those spots that were right there are gone. So moving down to this area. So I started here where this area is still kind of damp, but as you can see, those spots are gone. And then I moved over to this area, and I probably could have did a better job in this section, so I'll go back over that. And there is really no method to my madness right now. I'm just cleaning it with hand sanitizer. I think one of the reasons why hand sanitizer works so well, and here's a good spot I can focus on, and I can really show you here, is because it's mostly alcohol. So it's going to dry up really quickly. There it is. I'm going to add a little bit more. You can see it on there. Back and forth. Sometimes I'm using circular motions when my arm gets tired. But if I had the freedom to use my other hand, I'm pretty sure I could get in there a lot better and focus directly on the stain. But if you can remember towards the beginning of this video, this whole top area had several visible ink marks on it. So now you can just see the areas where the hand sanitizer is drying, and I'm trying to pretty much let it dry so we can see what the finished product looks like. And so now I'm moving down here, and I don't know, but for some reason this mark right here is making me nervous. I don't really know what that is. I don't know if it's a pen or if it doesn't look like ink. See, that's different from that. This looks like, I don't know, but I'm already taking a risk, so I'll take the risk so that you guys can not have to, and can maybe learn something from what I do. So this one right here doesn't seem to, this stain right here, like I said, it looks different. It's a little more stubborn. So I'm going to add a little bit more hand sanitizer, and I'm going to put a little more, apply a little more pressure. And it is starting to lighten up, but not as fast as the other ones. I don't want to apply too much pressure, but just wanted to get in there and make it look fresh, like I did at least attempt to clean it. So that's that stain right there. But see the difference between that stain and the color and this stain here? These stains look like pen. So these come off pretty quickly, see? But the stain right beneath it, I'm not having the same luck with that one as I did with this one. See how fast this one went away? So here's another one, and it kind of looks like that one is kind of like this stain. So I don't expect that one to do anything. So I'll come back over here and focus on this. What may have happened is some of the water from when I was just wiping it down may have gotten on that. So here we are. Here's another stain that looks kind of like that other one. I don't really expect that one to do much. And I'm putting a lot on this one, and I'm focusing it. So as you can see, all of those stains that were there are pretty much gone. Now I'm just rubbing that one. This one came, you know, that one did pretty good. So now I'm just turning it. Wow, this person really